Shocking move. Trudeau's senator switches sides, joins Conservative caucus. What it means. Late-night political news has delivered a jolt to Canada's already volatile political landscape. Senator Mary Jane McCallum, a high-profile Trudeau appointee and longtime advocate for Indigenous rights, has crossed the floor, officially joining the Conservative Senate caucus. This marks the second Trudeau-appointed senator in just weeks to leave the orbit of the Liberal government and align with the Conservatives, signaling a significant shift in tone, loyalty, and momentum in Canada's upper chamber. Senator McCallum, appointed in 2017 by Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, made her decision public through a statement from Senator Leo Husakos, leader of the opposition in the Senate. A trailblazer and member of the Cree Nation, McCallum was one of Canada's first Indigenous women to become a dentist. Her move to the Conservative ranks was not made lightly. It followed consultations with Grand Chiefs, community leaders, and months of personal reflection. Her stated goal: to strengthen Indigenous voices by expanding dialogue across partisan lines, an aim she believes the Conservative Senate caucus is better equipped to support right now. Her statement was both heartfelt and political. "Our communities have long looked for better collaboration and understanding," she declared. "By joining the Conservative Senate caucus, I aim to expand the dialogue and ensure our voices are heard across the spectrum." It was a powerful message, and one that immediately drew national attention. Senator Husakos lauded her courage and commitment, calling her a principled leader whose voice will bring valuable perspective to Senate debates, particularly on Indigenous issues. This surprise floor crossing is more than symbolic. It represents a 20% increase in Conservative Senate strength in just a matter of weeks. That's a seismic shift for a party that cannot appoint senators and instead must rely on persuasion, ideas, and trust to grow its presence in the Red Chamber. McCallum's decision follows a similar move by Senator David Richards, an independent-minded senator known for his literary contributions and strong views on free speech and Canadian identity. Although Richards is expected to retire in 2025, McCallum will remain in the Senate until 2027, giving Conservatives sustained influence for the next 2 years at least. McCallum's journey hasn't followed a conventional path. Though appointed by Trudeau and initially placed in the Independent Senators Group, ISG, she gradually distanced herself from what was branded a nonpartisan collective. Over time, she became unaffiliated, neither liberal nor officially independent, a move that insiders say reflected deeper disillusionment with the ISG model. For some, her exit was inevitable. What's unclear is whether Conservatives courted her, or if she made the decision on her own. But what is clear is that her reasons appear deeply principled and reflect growing frustrations inside the Senate. This development also speaks to the wider shift happening since Trudeau's departure as Liberal leader. The vacuum he left behind seems to be empowering senators to reassess their roles, affiliations, and legacies. Freed from party discipline or loyalty to the Trudeau brand, many are now navigating based on conviction rather than command. As one insider put it, "When the captain jumps ship, some crew members start charting their own course." That metaphor captures the present climate in Ottawa's upper chamber, a place suddenly alive with political recalibration. The Senate was designed as a chamber of sober second thought, where legislation could be reviewed with calm deliberation, long-term vision, and independent minds. But Trudeau's push to make it officially nonpartisan, by appointing senators to the ISG and encouraging independence, may now be unraveling. What started as reform now looks like instability. McCallum and Richards walking away from that model challenges the legitimacy of the ISG as a lasting structure. It raises questions about whether Trudeau's Senate legacy was meaningful reform or a temporary political workaround that's beginning to collapse. McCallum's choice sends a powerful signal. The Conservative caucus is no longer the political fringe in the Senate. It is growing in relevance, attracting thoughtful voices, and winning converts not through appointments, but ideas. Senator Husakos has made clear that this isn't about a partisan power play. "Our goal," he said, "is to ensure all Canadians have their voices reflected in the work of the Senate. We welcome diverse voices, especially those who challenge us to be better." That rhetoric appears to be resonating with more senators than many expected. Public response has been equally divided. Supporters of McCallum applaud her bravery and her commitment to advancing Indigenous issues through a new political lens. Critics, mostly within liberal and progressive circles, are expressing frustration that a Trudeau appointee would align with a party often criticized for its historic approach to Indigenous affairs. But McCallum has pushed back on that notion, arguing that reconciliation is too important to be owned by any one party, and that genuine progress requires participation and accountability from all sides of the aisle. What this reveals is a shifting political terrain. With a federal election looming and a Liberal government beset by scandals, economic concerns, and declining public trust, even senators are recalibrating their affiliations and long-term roles. McCallum's move may be the first of several. Speculation is swirling that more senators are quietly reevaluating their positions, waiting for the right moment to jump ship. One senator switching sides is newsworthy. 2. That's a trend. And trends in politics often carry consequences. Ultimately, what this floor crossing means is that the Red Chamber is no longer immune to the political currents sweeping through the House of Commons. Voters may not elect senators, but the Senate is proving to be a political bellwether. The fact that a respected Indigenous leader like McCallum believes her voice will be more effective under a conservative banner is a significant blow to those who believed Trudeau's Senate reforms would outlast his tenure. Instead, the Conservative caucus is growing, and doing it without lifting a finger to appoint anyone. For Canadians paying attention to the drama in the House of Commons, this Senate shuffle is a reminder. Political momentum doesn't only shift at the ballot box. It also shifts in whispered conversations, principled resignations, and unexpected alliances. Senator McCallum's decision may not have been made for headlines, but it is certainly making them.